I'm going to strip down this Iomega read writer down to see what's inside. Now first of all, I'm just going to remove the 4 screws that are holding the top on. So I'm going to strip this down completely, right down to the bare bones, and show you exactly how it comes apart. And then later on another video, I'll be showing you how to put it all back together again. So what I'm first doing here is removing the PCB. There are quite a few ribbon cables that I'm removing, and you've got to be careful of the connectors. This is the first time I've taken this apart, so bear with me if I'm not exactly sure which connectors or which screws to remove. Now what I'm doing here is removing the PCBs. There seem to be 2 main ones. That's the motor for the tray. You can slide the tray out by pushing this particular control, and then you can pull the tray out. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to undo the screws. This is the CD motor. As you see, I'm just going to take it out. I'm now going to remove the spindle motor. Just note best you can what screws come out. It makes it easier if you need to put yours back together again. Now I'm going to move the runners. Now this is the runners, and there you can see the laser. As far as I know, it all works perfectly okay. Now this is the front part. It just seems to clip off quite easily. Now this part here, you need to push in quite a lot of clips to remove it. As you can see, it took me a bit of time to work out exactly how it comes off, but eventually got there. Now the actual front part of the CD player stays on there, as you can see. I haven't removed that. Now this is the mechanism that holds the runners in place. It has to be pretty strong because obviously you need to be very accurate as the laser is picking up the signal. Now I'm removing the tray just by unclipping the 2 pieces on the side. Take your time whenever you're taking this apart. I assume there's no rush. Now these are 2 small screws that's holding in the motor for the tray. Nothing special about it, it's a standard tray. Motor. Now just taking all these cogs out. Again, just note exactly which ones they are. If you want to put it into a sequence, and then you can put it back together, that's up to you. I personally haven't done that, because they are actually fairly different, each one. Now the reason why I'm using tweezers in this respect. It's not that it's difficult or I'm trying to protect it, it's simply that I don't want my hand to be in the way. Now there are little clips that hold these in place. That particular piece I rotated around because there was a notch in the cog for you to remove it. Now this part's quite tricky. I had to put a screwdriver in to push it up when I push the inner parts in, and it popped out. Now I'm hoping to put it all back together at some point in the future, so if you want to look on my channel to see how I put it together, I'm planning to do it in the next few days. So that's all the bits from the CD player itself. Now there are other bits inside the actual casing. Now I've very carefully prized it apart. There are 4 retainers that holds it in place. And inside here you have 3 screws that holds the whole lot in place. And there you have it. Thank you for watching, and if you did get value from this, then please share, like and subscribe. I do also have a lot more DIY videos, so please go on to my channel, Chris Conker DIY, and thank you for your time.